Exactly right where I go. You are done sleeping, we can go. Hello, the internet. Welcome to our apartment. Give us a second, guys. Getting started still. All right, guys. Well, hello to everybody. Happy Sunday. The feet you see back here are Matt's. He is joining me for class today. All right. This is a 60-minute all levels yin class. It's a really nice way to start off your week or wind down, however you want to look at your Sundays. At any point, if you want to modify something, you want to change something up, you want to switch the shape that you're doing, please, by all means, go ahead and you do you. Yin is about pushing yourself to the boundaries in terms of stretching. So if something doesn't feel good, just don't do it. Cool? That's our washing machine. COVID life. All right, guys, we're all going to go ahead and get started lying on our backs. Any comfortable reclining position that feels good to you. And just start to tune into your body. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Maybe you close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just start to tune in. Asking yourself how you are. Not really judging the answer. Just simply noticing. Noticing how the body feels. Maybe you two have pets that are curious about what you're doing on the ground. They come up to you and greet them. That's okay. But try your best just to look inward for a moment. Maybe you start to count the natural cadence of your inhales, noticing how long each breath in, excuse me, and how long each breath out is. Just counting. That's all you have to do. Slowly, maybe you let that counting go. And just start to become aware of all 5 of your senses. Starting with what you see. Really noticing what that is, describing it to yourself, taking notes. If your eyes are closed, maybe you just see those fun, colorful lights on the back of your eyelids. Noticing what they look like, the colors that they are. Noticing what you hear. Maybe the hum of your air conditioning, your family moving around the house, maybe your pets, maybe nothing at all. What do you smell? Maybe subtle. You really have to focus. What do I smell? What do you taste? It seems funny when we're not eating. But generally, we all have a resting sense of taste that we tend to not notice. What is it for you? Maybe it's just a slight sweetness in the mouth. Finally, what do you feel? Do you feel where your body meets the ground? Firmly supported, stable. Noticing all 5 of your senses. From here, start to take deeper inhales, and deeper exhales. Maybe you start to shake your head side to side. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling wrists and ankles. Maybe reaching up and over for a nice full body stretch. Extending the legs long if they're not long already. Really reaching. And then when you're ready, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then roll over onto your left side, finding fetal position. Resting your head on your upper arm like it's a pillow. And gently press yourself up and over into a seat. Hello. Hello. All right, guys, we're going to move through one breathing exercise today. We have 2-to-1 breath. So find any tall, comfortable seated position for you. Maybe that's cross-legged. Maybe that's sitting up on your knees. Maybe go grab a pillow to sit on. Maybe that is comfortable for you. You can grab a pillow to sit on if you want. And we're going to breathe in for a count of 6. Exhale for a count of 3. So I'm going to demonstrate to start. Inhale. Exhale. And then we repeat. So So take some breath control to extend your breath for a count of 6. Cool? So we're going to take one neutral breath to start. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. And inhale, begin. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let your breath return to normal. Maybe you close your eyes just to really notice the body. And using that 2-to-1 breath is a really simple way to help tell yourself, your parasympathetic nervous system, to calm down. It's a great tool to use really at any point in your life when you feel nervous or overwhelmed, upset. Nice simple hack to just help yourself settle, feel grounded. Cool. All right, let's get moving into our first yin shape. So we have child's pose. So just like in our regular asana class, we take our big toes to touch, knees splay wide. If you're on a hardwood floor, it might feel nice to take your mat, double it up underneath your knees to give yourself some more cushion. Big toes come to touch, knees splay wide, arms extend long, forehead meets the mat. And from there you breathe. We're here for several minutes. So finding a place that is comfortably uncomfortable for you. Knowing that that is the work, right? Breathing through those moments of discomfort. Always the option to grab a pillow if you need. Just place it underneath your forehead, behind your knees, really untucking the toes. And you just breathe. Not worry about time. I got time. Again, I don't play music on my end, but if you'd like, always the option to play music on yours. Maybe you just use this as time to enjoy a bit of quiet. Noticing where the body is clenching. Letting us think about the hips. Really focusing on releasing the facial muscles, the jaw, the tongue. Letting the hands feel soft and heavy. The arms be heavy. Spine be long. Notice if you're resisting the shape in any way. And if you can find somewhere, even just an inch, to let go. It can be super small, but know that that's exactly what we need to do.
letting your belly sink between your legs. It's a subtle hip opener with the knees wide and the toes touching. See if you can find anywhere in the body to soften. Knowing that holding these shapes for as long as you do in yin is hard. It's meant to be hard. It's not hard like a long run or challenging bike ride. It's hard in that you're sitting with something that's just subtly uncomfortable. That's not easy. But it's great practice, honestly, for a lot of life. But one more minute in the shape, scanning the body to see if there's anywhere else you can release, ease tension. Slowly start to rise up and out of the shape. Taking your time, unraveling your mat. Like me, it was folded up underneath your knees. From here, lower all the way down into your belly, finding puddle pose on your belly. We come to the shape in between all of our postures in yin, either on our belly or on our backs, just to enjoy the rebound sensation, that feeling of our muscle fascia, the connective tissue, moving back to where it is originally settled in the body. Just a moment or two in this puddle pose. Noticing how the hips feel. Maybe they feel heavy or not. And slowly bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs from side to side. And begin to press up and back, finding a seat. Moving on to our next shape. We're actually going to stand up for this one. It's going to be a dangling pose. So for dangling pose, Don't worry if you're on Facebook, I will soon be entirely in view. Take your feet shoulder width distance apart. From here, fold forward like a ragdoll. And this is it. This is the shape. The goal is to continue looking behind you. You can bend your knees slightly for additional support. Tiptoe your feet a little wider if that feels good. You can grab for opposite hands or opposite elbows in front of you for additional support. And this is it. This is where you sit. Just simply letting yourself fold forward, letting the arms hang. Resisting the urge to draw the shoulders together. And breathe. Really focusing on bringing that chin to your chest so your spine can fully elongate. And for many of us, this is a challenging shape because we have such an urge to hold our heads up and look in front of us. And if that's you, know that that's okay, that you want to do that, but try to see if you can, just for a few minutes, shift your focus to looking behind instead of forward. This is a tough shape. So how can you focus through it? We're not here for as long as we were in our child's pose. Maybe you close your eyes. Know that if you want more of a stretch in your hamstrings, you can always straighten your legs more. Just try not to lock the knees out. You don't want anybody fainting. How can you make this easy? Can you release the jaw, the face? Consciously let the arms be heavy. Feeling like you're just letting gravity pull you down. About 1 more minute in this shape. Last 3 or 4 breaths. Very slowly. With intention and awareness that you've been upside down. Start to peel up to standing 1 vertebra at a time. Very slowly, head, neck, and shoulders are the very last things to rise. Take a moment here in standing to let the blood flow, come back to normal. And then slowly find your way onto your mat. Legs extended long, coming onto your back. Lying all the way down, finding puddle pose. And just for a moment here, noticing how that shape made you feel, if it made you feel anything, how your spine feels. Maybe you feel a little taller. Maybe you don't feel anything. That's okay. It's all okay. Slowly lift the arms up and over for a nice full body stretch. I'm going to exhale, draw the knees into your chest, roll over onto the left. Gently press up and over into a nice tall seat. Moving on to our next shape, we're going to stretch our quads a little bit. So there's a couple variations for this shape. I'll give you all of them. Please listen to your body. It's going to be quite an intense shape. Cool? All right. So coming out with both of our legs extended, bring the right foot behind you by bending the knee. So for some of us, especially if you're on a hardwood floor, you're going to want to fold the outer outer right edge of your mat in to create a little bit more cushion for the top of that right foot and the right knee. So go ahead and take the time to do that. Pretty much everyone is probably going to want to do this. Cool. So from here, sweep the arms behind the back, fingers facing out. So level 1, if you're already feeling a big, big stretch here, drop the head back, and this is where you stay. Level 2, you come down to the forearms. Drop the head back. And level 3, you come all the way down onto your back. Now, if level 1, 2, and 3 are way too intense, never fear. I got you. Come back up to a seat. Come onto your belly. It's the same stretch, just a little bit more accessible. Come onto your belly. Reach back for the top of your right foot. And this is where you live. Cool? So you either can take the first variation, level 1, 2, 3, or you can be right here. One is not better than the other. And there you sit for the next few moments. Notice if you're holding something up, particularly if you're in the first variation, letting the head drop back is key. Let this be about the leg. If you're on your belly, do your best to release the upper arms, the face. Letting this be about the leg. Let the shoulders be heavy. Using your breath as a tool. For many of us, this is quite an intense stretch. How can you challenge yourself to stay in it? We've been here about a minute. Notice if you're starting to open up or if your body's created a little bit more space. If you want to move into another variation, because of that you can, or you can just stay where you are. And the reason why we hold these shapes for so long is for a number of reasons. For a scientific reason, the practice of Yin Yoga targets our muscle fascia, that connective tissue in the body that supports all of our muscles, bones, tendons, all of that good stuff. To help muscle fascia release, to stretch it, to take care of it, science says that you have to hold stretches for at least 120 seconds, 2 minutes. So that's why we hold these things for so long, but also it's a good mental practice. Sitting with uncomfortable things for longer periods of time. It's not easy. Almost there, less than a minute on this side. Using this last 30 seconds or so. Seeing if you can find anywhere else to release. Very slowly start to release from this side. So if you're on your belly, just simply switch out your legs. If you're on your back like me, gently press yourself up and just switch out your legs. Moving in to the other side. Being mindful at this side might feel really different. So if you need more or less on this side, that's totally okay. And start to settle in. If you're sitting up in that variation, make sure to drop the head back. Really scanning the body, really taking note. How is this side? Breathe. Maybe you go back to counting the length of your inhales and the length of your exhales. We've been here about a minute. If you want to move into other variations, please go ahead, sink a little deeper, adjust the body as needed. Settling in. Letting the upper body be heavy. Last few breaths on this side. This is intense work. It's not easy. Very slowly start to move out of this shape. Settling in for puddle pose, either on your belly or on your back, you choose. Slowly start to lift the arms up and over. You're on your back, full body stretch. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then roll up, finding a seat. Moving on to our next shape. And not for this shape, but the shape following. Go ahead and just know where your nearest wall is, because we're going to move there after this shape. Cool. So we have an option for this shape. We either have a caterpillar pose or dragonfly. You choose. I will demonstrate both. So for either shape, you're going to want to take the back edge of your mat. You're going to want to roll it up halfway. So go ahead, roll your mat up. We'll all meet there. So no matter what shape you're doing, roll your mat up. So option one, caterpillar. You're going to sit up on this little shelf that you've created. Legs will extend long. Maybe removing the flesh from your sit bones. Sitting up nice and tall. From here, hands come right alongside. Lean forward slightly. It's not an active reach so much as it is hands alongside you. And drop the head. So that's option one, that's caterpillar. Or you can take the legs wide. Again, sitting up. Hands come to center. From here, drop the head down. And here you sit. Letting the forehead relax down. Sit up a little more. Noticing if the body's opened up. If you want to sink a little further into the fold, you can. Scanning for tension. Noticing if there's anywhere else to let go. Letting the spine be curved. The head, neck, and shoulders are heavy. But one more minute in this shape. Can you find somewhere else to soften? Can you draw that chin to your chest? You'd be really feeling an intense sensation of stretching. That's okay. Very slowly, start to rise up and out of this shape. Shift yourself off of that little shelf you created. Let your mat go long. Lower all the way down onto your back. Finding puddle pose. Noticing how that shape made you feel. Noticing any sensations in the body, in the spine, maybe the inner thighs if you took dragonfly. Slowly lift the arms up and over. Nice full body stretch. Draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. And then whenever you're ready, rock up into a seat. Remember, I said have your nearest wall ready. So go ahead and have your mat. And we're going to move to our nearest wall. I'm guessing for you, the door. So go ahead and take your mat. And you're going to take it long ways against any wall. It doesn't need to be a full wall. As you see, I'm using my lovely kitchen counter. From here, go ahead and face your wall. Bend the knees. Start to lower down onto your back, bringing the soles of your feet up against the wall. And from here, we're going to play with stretching our hips a little bit. So bringing the right foot over and across on top of the left thigh, having the left foot planted against the door. Really nice supported hip stretch. So from here, you have options. You can shimmy yourself closer to the wall. Shimmy your torso closer to the wall, that is, to increase the stretch. You can play with moving that planted left foot up higher, lower, see how that changes things. From here, you breathe. You can leave the arms as they are. You can bring them up overhead for a nice shoulder stretch. You can bring them out to the T. And then I want you to relax this right foot, so resist drawing the toes up. Let the ankle relax. Finding that stretch in the hip. And here you stay. Letting it be easy. Enjoying a nice supported hip stretch today. Feeling how long and supported your spine is. Maybe you close your eyes. If you notice the body has started to open up, the stretch does not feel so intense. Maybe you play with wiggling that torso a little bit closer. Finding that new edge. And just breathe. Notice if tensions creep back into that right foot. Can you release it? Can you let your face relax? Your upper body be heavy. About 5 more breaths on this side. Slowly, just simply start to switch your legs out. Maybe you press into the wall, lifting the booty up. Plant the right foot down. And switch the legs out. Noticing any changes on the side. Just settling in. This time, relaxing the left foot, the ankle be soft. If the side is opened up and you want to shimmy the body a little closer to the wall, increase the stretch, you can. From here, slowly unravel both your feet. Draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe you rock from side to side. Maybe you take a happy baby. Reaching for the soles of your feet or behind the knees. Taking the knees wide, the feet wide. From here you have options. You can take an extended Shavasana if you would like. Or you can sit up slightly and take a nice supported inversion with me. For that, sit up, turn to the side, get as close as you can towards your wall. And from here, start to lie back down again as you, at the same time, start to kick the legs up so they're up against the wall. Legs up the wall. And let it be easy. Anything that feels good with your arms. Maybe you start to close your eyes. Just enjoying being upside down. From here, you can stay here through your Shavasana in this upside down position, or you can move into a traditional Shavasana, lowering all the way down onto your back, legs extended long, arms extended long. Just for a few moments, knowing that for many, Shavasana is difficult to just lie and do nothing for a few minutes, but it is the most important part of practice. Learning to sit still just for a few moments. I've got the time. Very slowly, start to wiggle fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles. Maybe you shake your head from side to side. Reaching up and over for a nice full body stretch like you're first waking up in the morning. You want to exhale, roll over onto your favorite side, resting your head on your upper arm like it's a pillow. Taking one last moment for you, knowing that you took some time to do something that's really good for your body, your mind. Gently press up and over into a nice tall seat. Eyes closed, hands at your heart in prayer. We'll end class with one breath. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to your forehead. Third eye seat of your intuition. Bow forward, sealing your practice. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this 60-minute Yin class. Again, my name is Sandy. If we haven't met before in person, I know a lot of friends are joining my classes. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you are. Thanks for the round of applause. These classes are free. However, I am accepting donations for the Humane Rescue Alliance, our local animal shelter, as well as for the Yoga Heights Teachers Fund. If you would like to donate, you can Venmo me. All the info's in the description for this video, or you can message me and I'll tell you other ways I'm accepting donations. Our cats also came from the Humane Rescue Alliance. My husband wants you all to know. So they were around during the video. Super cute. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. See you later.